Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest is an author, a contributing editor for This American Life on National Public Radio, and a good friend of our show. Please welcome Sarah Vowell. How are you, Sarah?
Hi.
You doing good?
Well, yes.
Thanks for being here.
Oh.
You know, whenever you're on the show, we chat a lot, and I know we both, a lot of our humor or whatever comes from our families.
We both have families.
Yes, we both have families that still speak to us for some reason. What's going on with your family? What's the latest?
Very exciting. My nephew Owen just turned 2, and everyone's real proud of him. He's super cute, and my parents are the greatest grandparents ever, you know. But I think he's kind of usurping my place in the family. What was your place? Like, the annoying overachiever. He's not annoying, actually. He's just the overachiever. Like, I was moody, but I won awards and stuff. Right. And so, lately, my mom, you know, I find myself getting kind of jealous when my mom talks about how proud she is of him because, like, I was there last time, and he finished his lunch, a jar of baby food, and she was just over the moon, like, oh, I'm so proud of you, Owen, you finished your lunch, you know? And I'm just sitting there like, I've been cleaning my plate since the Vietnam War, but not a word. Right, so you're sort of getting jealous. Exactly. And the other day she was so proud because he uttered a complete sentence. I believe he said, I want that. And she was so proud, you know? I'm just like, Mom, I've been on Nightline. You know, I just like now I feel like the competition is on. And it's so sad you're competing with a baby. Yes, yes. Big deal. Now, you, of course, here in New York City, a lot of tourists here. Right. A lot of tourists come to this show, you know, as one of the things that they do. You have advice because it's free. Thank you. You have advice, and some of them want. Yeah, thanks. Too late. You say you have advice for tourists that are in New York City right now. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Well, my first advice would be some of you might go to a Broadway show, and you can play. You know, you have to get there early, and there's nothing to do. So I suggest playing a game I like to call Law and Order, which is you go through the Playbill program, and you count how many of the actors in the play have been in Law and Order. Like, the other night I saw the Steve Martin adaptation of The Underpants, which was really good and charming, and it was like Law and Order Gold because one actor had been in all 3 of the Law and Orders. It just seems to be a show that it uses every single actor in New York. Right, and plus when you spot a name, then you can do that Law and Order click-click sound, like click-click, you know? How many Broadway theaters have you been kicked out of? What about any other tips? Well, you know how a lot of you, you're on vacation, people go to museums a lot because, you know, you just feel like you have to go to a museum, but it's tiring and your feet are tired. And at some point in your vacation, you might think it would have just been more relaxing to stay home and watch TV, but you still feel like you should go to a museum. For that, I suggest the Museum of Television and Radio. So, you know, where you can sit down and watch TV. So you're at a museum. Yeah, instead of making your feet hurt staring at, you know, Van Gogh's Starry Night at MoMA, you can sit in a nice, comfortable chair, and you're at a museum, but you're watching, like, the Charlie's Angels episode that Dean Martin, you know, made a cameo in. He did a cameo on that? I gotta go check that one out. It was full of pathos. It was not. I understand you have a bone to pick with Saddam Hussein. Well, yeah, I mean, other than the fact that he's, you know, building chemical weapons to attack our country. Right. That aside, you have another... Right. I like to take that one off the table for a second. Okay. Because that's distracting. Sure. It's a big issue. Sure. You have another bone to pick with Saddam. Yeah, I was reading this magazine article about him the other day, and it said that his favorite movie is The Godfather. And I was like, wait a minute, my favorite movie is The Godfather. And, you know, it just really makes you question yourself that this evil, dictatorial tyrant is enjoying the same, you know, film of the Corleone family that you are. And it just really makes you question yourself and your taste and, you know, what you care about. You guys, like, have something in common. Exactly. You and Saddam Hussein. Yeah. So now I'm just petrified that, like, Osama bin Laden's favorite TV show is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like, Like someday I'm gonna go on the Buffy discussion board and it'll be like, Osama really wants Willow not to be gay.
That's going to ruin a lot of things for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I hope that's not the case. But he does love the episode of Charlie's Angels where Dean Martin shows up.
Who doesn't?
Well, it has so much pathos. This Friday night, Sarah's going to be at Northeastern University in Boston.
Indeed.
Okay. Say hi to my family when you're there. Swing by. They're always eating a big ham in the kitchen. And it's true. And Sarah's next book, Partly Cloudy Patriot, is coming out in September. Sarah, thanks so much for stopping by.
Of course.
Great to have you here. Sarah Vowell, everyone. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Well, folks, that's our show. I want to thank all my guests. Stay tuned for Last Call with Carson Daly. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.